big news. Let's get over to City Hall. I'll explain more there. Hello! Hello, everyone.
You're here! Welcome!
Indeed, this will be our guild's finest hour.
Grace, tell them what you told me.
With pleasure, Madam Mayor. I must confess, I've been keeping something from you all since I got back. So unlike me, right? Before my retirement, I was fortunate enough to be able to brush shoulders with some of the higher-ups. One conversation led to another, and eventually, the topic of the Alliance's next defense commission came up. Long story short, they want Sandrock to build the next Alliance airship.
The legendary 6-star commission!
Ooh. Ah. But wait, an airship? I thought the Alliance usually used Tall Sky and Vega 5 workshops to build their planes and airships.
I'm afraid they'll be of no use this time, as this airship will be built like no other. You see, back during the defense of Sandrock, while the builder and the Civil Corps were down in the thick of it, I wasn't just up on that Duvos ship playing hide and seek. I managed to nab a copy of their newest Victor-class airship plans.
I really have to say, though, I am disappointed.
Are you kidding me?
You're not impressed? Duvos engineering is known for its frightening advancements.
Frightening indeed. Have you seen its wiring designs in the engine room? And granted, some of it is cutting edge, but based on what you told me the other day, Grace, I'd just been hoping it'd be a bit more advanced.
Gee, Director, sorry my stolen secret plans from behind enemy lines aren't good enough for you. Guess you'll just have to design your own airship.
No, that won't be necessary. I can simply make some adjustments. Your performance has been quite adequate. Thank you, Miss Grace.
You're welcome.
Quick question? Yeah, so you all called me here to tell me you want to build a warship? How can I put this? I think there might be a little bit of scripture on almost every page that says we shouldn't do that. So, yeah.
That brings me to my next point. I don't want to see a Duvos-inspired warship floating around our fair city either. I've called upon our horticultural specialist to help install this airship with some greenification technology. We're going to make it our own, inside and out. You can count on us, Mayor.
I'll bet we could use the weapon tech to just shoot algae and seeds instead.
Have it fly over new planting grounds?
Ooh, I like the sound of that!
We can go 50-50 on the cannons.
Sounds like we're all on the same page.
Let's talk logistics. Director, take it away.
Indeed. The first thing we'll need is a couple of the powerful engines from the Starship runes. Obviously not the ones on the Olympia, as they were destroyed, but I've seen a few other smaller ones on my expeditions there. At the time, I opted against procuring them as I'm not strong. Such a procurement might easily be accomplished by someone powerful like the builder though. I'll tell you about it later. Once I have the engines in hand, I'll spend a short time studying them and the Duvos design, where Sleepyhead and myself will make engineering tweaks for them to be modded into a better ship.
I forgot to ask, how did you get Mint here on such short notice?
Space Case here sent me a telegram saying, "Emergency, come, now," without any context. Since I was invited to the summit celebration anyway, I thought I'd come early.
I'd wanted to elaborate more in the telegram, but it would have taken too long to type it out. It was better to explain in person. Besides, I really do need your help. You're the best engineer I know.
No worries, everyone. I'm here now. Glad to be of service.
Yes, back to the plan. I want to emphasize that an airship is considered the pinnacle of our current scientific and engineering capability, so suffice to say, it'll be a massive undertaking for everyone involved. The main components will be the airship itself, the area spray requested by the botanists, and the construction pad. We'll need the construction pad first before the airship can be assembled. How would you like to divide the labor, Commissioner?
I think we'll keep feeding the hot hands. Builder will build the airship. Me and can handle the spray. The other builders around Sandrock, myself included, will complete the construction pad first.
You got it. Just need a diagram.
On it!
And I suppose Miss Heidi will be designing the pad?
Already on the drawing board.
We've become quite the team, haven't we? Well, look at us. One of the biggest projects in the Free Cities just dropped into our laps, and we're ready to dive right into it.
I can attest, even in Tall Sky, you'd be hard-pressed to assemble a team as capable as this.
While we're all here like this, I'd just like to say, I've never been more proud to be a Sandrocker than right now. It's been an honor. But let's save our celebrations for the party. If we work quickly, the airship will be ready in time to take our guest on its maiden voyage.
Sounds doable.
I calculate a high probability of success.
Think we can do it.
We can totally do it.
I have faith in everyone.
Me too! No surprise there, I guess.
It'll be the Sandrock Commerce Guild's finest hour.
I'd say it's a done deal too, right?
That's right!
All right then. I think that about settles it. Let's get to it.
So, about the engines, they're in the Starship abandoned ruins. Some are completely buried, so I had no chance of getting them out. Once you have them, bring them to me and Sleepyhead, and I'll get to work. Thanks.
Hello! You look well today. I actually came by to ask a favor. As you're aware, we're planning for the Alliance Summit. I've already gone over the government invitation list, but I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping me get a head count for invitations from people around town. I feel like if I ask everyone, it's a little too official. Most folks would be a bit more comfortable if you handled the surveying. Do you mind? Thank you. And, well, I must admit some ulterior motives. I don't believe anyone can resist your charm. Just run around and ask whoever comes to mind. Then check in when you have anything to report.
Hey there. Oh, who am I inviting to the party? Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't send an invite over to Albert and Nint and Portia. They helped us on our way up. We gotta show them where we made it to now. And who knows, they might have ideas for where to go next. Staying good with our friends and Portia is a must. They're a close neighbor. And there've got to be tons of ways we can help each other out now that the road is done. Oh, you're talking about Master Verna. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it hadn't crossed my mind. I did want to ask Master Verna to come see what all we've done here. But that'd be kind of petty, wouldn't it? I didn't come back here just to prove something to an old teacher. I came here because I knew it was the right thing to do. Aw, you don't need to do that. Besides, she trashes any letters from names she doesn't know. Even if you are famous now, I doubt she's heard of you. Ah, to heck with it. Yeah, let's put her on the list. Worst thing she can do is ignore us. Or, well, show up and make a scene. But I can handle that. Yeah, there are a lot of things that could go right with this. Master does have major connections in Atara. If she has fun out here, well, who knows? Thanks for spitballing with me. Go ahead and put her on the list.
Oh, hey! I just ran into the mayor. You're going around asking about invites, yeah? Ooh, you're asking me now too? Well, I'd invite my folks, but they're in Seaside. Like, what? I mean, I always said they should travel, but I meant Portia or here. The moment I leave and they head for Seaside. That's like 1,000 leagues the opposite way. Hey, you should invite your folks. They're kind of like my second pair of parents, so you'd be doing everyone a favor. Well, yeah. When's the last time you saw them? You must be homesicker than that one wind turbine that blew halfway up to Barnarock. You remember when that happened? Yeah, tell Trudes your rents are going on the list. Oh, and tell your ma to cook those pork chops I like. I know this isn't a potluck. Who cares?
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! Have you come to celebrate with me? Yes, it was just yesterday that Bide the Stairs and the Ceramic Gate reached a combined profit of 100,000 goals! Isn't that amazing? I never really thought we'd make it this far. But, with wonderful friends like you, sure enough, here we are. Thank you! Thank you! I've been wearing this smile ever since we crunched the numbers. I'm even smiling in my sleep. And every moment I'm here at the store as well. Which has been good. Customers always appreciate a nice smile coming their way. Oh, that's right. The big summit. Invitations? Wow. I guess I gotten so caught up with the business it all just slipped my mind. Who to invite? Well, I'm afraid I can't really think of anyone. Everyone back home is pretty tied up at the moment. Does anyone fit that particular description? Oh, how could I forget? We should invite Mr. Musa. I had meant to write him a letter, thank him, tell him how we're doing, but, well, I guess I kept hearing this little voice in my head like, "You're small cabbages, Arvio. Musa isn't going to want to hear about any cabbages." But 100,000, that's a pretty big milestone, right? Certainly surpasses cabbage money. You'll want to hear about that, right? Yes. If you would, please add Musa's name to the guest list. Of course, he might be busy, but you never know.
Ah, invitations for our big Sandrock open house? Or what was it we're calling it? Summit celebration? Well, sure, Sandrock has been an integral part of my career, if nothing else. I'd love to help make this event better in any way I can. I could invite the folks, but this really is developing into more of a meet and greet, businessy type events, isn't it? There are my friends at Atara Times. And also all the people who are always writing in to ask how Sandrock is doing. We've got quite a following over there now, in case you didn't know. I've got it! I'll ask my sister to come visit and make an appearance. There's very little I can think of that would garner more attention for our event, other than the leaders' meeting, and having the world-renowned Luna on the guest list. Maybe I can even convince her to perform. It's settled then! I'll telegraph her immediately. Please, put her name on the guest list. Thank you!
I see. Wow, quite the guest list. Do you think they're all really going to show up? I ended up doing a bit of poking around myself. Cooper asked me to find his old jam band he played with in Walnut Grove 20 years ago. But the only clue he gave me to contact them was they're married to the sea now. Jensen asked me to find Dylan, the father of modern trains, but with the caveat that he'd only appear if we make the party a 5-train minimum. So that's out. In any case, glad you had more luck than me. I'll put all these names on the list. Expect your own invite soon as well. I've been in contact with the Alliance Council, and I just can't in good faith recommend anything other than the full extent of the law. Transfer to the Atara Maximum Security Prison. You betrayed us, and have shown no sign of remorse. I will contact the authorities and organize the transport.
I accept all punishment, Trudy, and will abide accordingly.
Then, I will keep you informed of the date of your departure. I just can't understand it. Why?
It's no excuse, but I did what I believed was right.
But this town, everyone living here, after all you did for us, everything you said in your sermons, you kept us safe, your guidance. I even trusted you to teach my daughter. I thought you cared.
I truly do.
Please, don't give me that. You see, Miguel, you betrayed us all. You have such a big heart and always see the good in everyone. I really admire that. But you have to realize, he's a lost cause. Don't let him get inside your head.
You said that the water was a cover for their true intentions. I have been taken for a fool. This I realize now more than ever. I truly thought Duvos wanted the same thing as me. They were on the right side of history. But their actions do not correlate to the proclamations they gave me. Recently, I have been grasping at something, anything, that would validate my actions since I have been in Sandrock. The more I searched, the more I came to only one truth. There was nothing. My handlers were simply telling me what they wanted me to believe. I must have been simply a diversion. If I could have pushed everyone out of Sandrock, then Duvos could excavate the ruins in secrecy. My arrest threw a proverbial wrench into the works, and it appears to have pushed their hand. I was then left to rot. They never cared about me. They never cared about my ideals. I was a fool. When I was of age, I left to study in Heidi. My family were believers in the light, and I dreamed of spreading the word. I always feared the day of calamity. Feared the light being extinguished once more. I quickly befriended Matilda. She was older than me, working as a tutor in the guided study sessions. I remember when I first met her, when I attended her session the first time. She was helping a group of students with their questions on faith. She was kind, understanding. Whenever I disagreed with the doctrine of the church, she listened. Later, I started to feel that the teachings were not enough. I did not suspect Matilda to be anything other than a devout follower of the light. Her allegiance was as much of a surprise to me as to you. Her study group set her apart from the other tutors. She was loved, particularly by the staff. Somewhat of a teacher's pet. She was bright-eyed and optimistic. A perfect cover in retrospect. Her views stood opposed to mine. I am somewhat more pessimistic about human nature. Allowing humans freedom to pursue their vanities is what led to the day of calamity. Those around me in the church did not take the teaching seriously. Even the deacon. It was as if they had forgotten the sins of our forefathers. During my studies, I became depressed. I drifted further from the teachings, became isolated, and found myself more radical. Then, an agent from Duvos made contact. The things they told me, that Duvos would regulate technology. Everything I heard aligned with my beliefs. They wanted structure. They wanted to ensure no one else ever lost their lives. They wanted to ensure the safety of humanity. I see now in retrospect, Matilda used my grief against me. She was conditioning me. She must have told an agent of my wavering faith and guided their hand from the background. While I was studying at Nady, my town was destroyed. I'm from Dos. I'm a child of the lost city. Our existence was always a delicate balance. Being a town skirting the border of the peripheries, we were aware of the dangers, but largely went unbothered. As I went to study in Nady, I bid my hometown farewell, though kept in regular contact. It may surprise you, but I took part in many of the onboarding activities and was a strong advocate for the church school. It seems strange to reflect on that now. During my studies, Dos was attacked by a creature from the peripheries. It happened overnight, without warning. Everyone in town was killed. My parents. My brother. You cannot imagine it. My entire town destroyed by a monster in the blink of an eye. Just thinking about what my people went through. It is truly harrowing. The depths of despair cannot comprehend what my family endured. I pray that it was quick. When the news was announced at school, I felt everyone's eyes on me. They were fixed, filled with an empty pity. I fell into a trance, simply glided through the halls, unable to process what had happened. I needed to talk, to confront it. Where were the Rangers or the Civil Corps? How did we not see it coming? How could the Alliance let this happen? The questions burned into my mind. I sought answers, but people avoided me, said I was too intense. Within a week, people were laughing again, enjoying themselves. They'd all forgotten already. Countless lives lost, yet they returned to their lives again as if nothing had happened. Everyone simply avoided me further, except for Matilda. She listened. I fell into the darkness. I sunk into the questions that were burning on my tongue. How could the Alliance let this happen? How are we allowing the sins of our forefathers leave us in ruin? How could the Free City simply abandon us? I expected a rescue, I expected the Rangers to search and destroy that monster from the peripheries, but no. They saw it as a lost cause and moved on. My family were not even buried. They were left there for the wilds to consume. It was then that my heart was blackened to the Alliance, that my thoughts started to drift. I was vulnerable. I was lost. I was found by Matilda and led astray. She would encourage me to think independently, to question myself. She said my fears were valid, that I was a fiercely independent thinker. And while she did not agree with me, she valued my beliefs. I now believe she was taking note of my doubts, and behind closed doors crafting a narrative that reciprocated my beliefs. A narrative she then passed on to handlers. It was no mere coincidence that I was sold a beautiful vision of Duvos. I should have seen this sooner, but I was blinded by their words. It answered all of my questions. Quite. It is no surprise she managed to operate under our noses this whole time. All that I believed was Duvos' ideals were simply my own being reflected back to me. In that light, what I have done to Sandrock is unforgivable. It is only now that the blinds have been pulled back. I must face my actions head on. I still believe that we as a species need to control our desires to pursue unfettered technology. DOS must not happen again. However, it does not excuse what I did. I have wronged the people of this town and the free cities. I must accept penance for my actions. I must take this as a time for personal growth. Thank you for coming to see me on this time.
You're supposed to be a doctor. Ain't consultation part of the job? Where's that bird from before? I hate talking to that magpie, but this is even worse.
The sign.
Sign? What sign? This again? What are the symptoms? How long has it lasted? Ugh, it's not that simple. My daughter's still sick. The cough's gone, but now she's got a fever. Can she keep taking the medicine you gave us last time? Or should we get a new one? What about if the fever goes away?
Slower. Speak slower.
I can't, Doc. I'm on pins and needles, and not the acupuncture kind. This is my daughter we're talking about here.
Not here.
Even if the bird was here, all it'd do is parrot out, "Don't make me tap the sign! Don't make me tap the sign! Squawk!" I want to talk to a freaking human. Hey, wait a sec. You there, you're using words. You know this guy, right? Maybe you can help. I came here to buy some meds for my daughter. I'd heard about this hermit doctor in Sandrock and his dubious, yet potent practices that might cure her chronic disease. She's already a lot better, in fact. But recently, her condition has changed drastically. I'm at wit's end. Fang's good, but you just can't get a word out of him. Just help me read this prescription. The writing is all scribbly. It's like the handwriting equivalent of mumble rap. Great, you're friends. Friends understand each other's handwriting, right? Right. So, quick, tell me what it says.
3.
3? 3 what? 3 times a day? 3 at a time? 3's a crowd? You want me to leave? Can you just speak clearly for once, Doc?
Symptoms. Again. Builder, look.
All right. She was coughing, now she's not. When I brought her here, I think the weather did a number on her. Now she has a fever, and she says she's dizzy too. I don't want to be just popping pills. What do I do, Doc? Are you sure? Her life depends on this.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you, Doctor. And your friend too. They've been super helpful. Way better than that bird, at least. Now I gotta run. Thanks again.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I was gone so long, honey.
Doc, not home. What's wrong? Can't get your tongue.
Don't use that voice. His voice.
Sorry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Never use that voice.
I won't always be here, sweetie. Can you speak up a bit, Fang?
Mother's voice.
I won't always be here.
Say something already.
I can't. I don't like talking. X speaks. Today was hard. X not here.
Go. Red.
I won't always be here, sweetie.
Patience angry. This won't do. Need to think.
Splendid. Mint and I will start our analysis right away. Oh, by the way, it seems everyone in town has taken great interest in this project. It is one of the largest things ever built by mankind in our current era, so I kind of, as they say, get it. Many members of our community insist they want to help. Therefore, I have told them that there is no harm in procuring materials for a large project. I cannot, however, speak to the value of said materials. Nevertheless, it may be worthwhile to speak with people around town. Good luck! I'll try to get these engines and a diagram for the airship to you as soon as possible.
Wow, it looks like we have even more shining faces than yesterday. Seems like Desert Teak has positively inspired our delightful townsfolk. Who knows how long until the whole of the Free Cities has the Desert Teak streak? Today we will be showing the Summer Heat Swimwear collection, the design inspired by our constant shining companion. Now that our beloved town has solved the water crisis, it seems that it is a better time than ever to relax and take some time off in the shining blue water. Swimsuits are no longer the reserve of the Free Cities elite. No, now the common folk can enjoy the sun and bathe. So let's welcome our models back onto the stage.
Isn't someone missing? Yeah, I saw another piece on the flyer.
It appears one of our models is.
There they are!
Thank you everyone for watching the Summer Heat collection. Again, if you wish to buy them, you can talk to me for orders. Everyone is welcome. I can assure you we will tailor for your needs. Trust me, you won't regret it. Of course, we want to make everything according to taste. What is fashion without personality? Any changes can be requested, and we're happy to oblige. We will have a complete design document available soon. It pains me to say that today is the final day of the Desert Teak Fashion Show. Thank you all for your support. and I hope you all become fans of our humble town. I have no words for how I feel. As I traveled, I always came back to Sandrock. I knew, buried somewhere deep in the sand, that there was a spark of creativity, that there was something here to bring us into a new, more fashionable future. But don't worry, I won't stop giving you all the most wonderful haircuts, but I shall be providing you with the newest in high fashion. Thank you for coming and showing me support, everyone. So, what do you think? Tempted? Thank you. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Buckthorn! Get your
There's so
buckthorn!
many.
Dried
Which should I
buckthorn!
choose?
10 goals a kilo!
I'm definitely going to buy a swimsuit. They're all so beautiful. Oh, there's so many.
Thank you.
Which should I choose?
I felt
Definitely going to buy a swimsuit.
very uncomfortable, but everyone was so happy. Seeing everyone so happy, I don't feel as uncomfortable. I think it is okay. Sometimes the show was fun.
Buckthorn! Get your buckthorn! Dried buckthorn!
Don't bother yourself.
I'm definitely going to buy a
Buckthorn!
swimsuit.
Get
They're
your
all so
buckthorn!
beautiful.
Dried buckthorn! 10 goals a kilo!
Oh, there's so many.
I want to learn how to swim.
Which should I choose?
You're ready for kids.
What do you think? Beautiful, right?
Gotta say, those clothes are actually pretty nice.